morning, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and this is your Shut the Fuck Up Express. You know, I find myself constantly having to talk about this shit, and it really is fucking annoying in the face of everything that's going on here in this country. But apparently, several of the Republican lawmakers, most notably Teddy Boy Cruz, got their underwear in a twist when Big Bird got his COVID vaccine and then proceeded to brainwash children, according to the GOP. So let's talk about this for a minute. Big Bird was on TV in 1972 with a doctor talking about getting the measles vaccine. In fact, kids shows for decades, the Magic School Bus is another one, have been talking to children about public health and keeping themselves healthy and their neighbors healthy and their schoolmates healthy for quite some time now. And yet here we are in the throes of American lunacy. You know, we haven't gotten smarter over the years. We've gotten more stupid as we go along. In the middle of American lunacy, worrying about what an animated or cartoon character is doing to our children, as opposed to what the politicians are doing to our children. You know, when you go to court to stop your school districts from imposing a mask mandate as school opens up, you are doing harm to children, okay? When you spread lies about health care and taking care of yourselves and the evils of vaccines, you are doing harm. That is what you are doing. End of story. I'm going to suggest to the GOP that they stop fucking around with people's personal lives and get down to business. But you know, actually they can't, because they have nothing to offer the American people. As I've said before, I'm taking information in from anyone who wants to provide me with any consequential legislation that the GOP has proposed to pass that benefits the American people in the last decade. I'm ready for it. I want to hear about it. But you can't, because this is what they spend their time doing. Ted Cruz and the GOP can shut the fuck up. We have so much misinformation out there that it's actually pathetic. It's a pathetic situation. They use influencers to do this. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers, who, you know, this doesn't surprise me, even though he lied when he said he was immunized when he was asked if he got the COVID vaccine. This is the quarterback, by the way, for the Green Bay Packers. He lied and said he was immunized. In reality, he has gotten none of the vaccines, even though he lied to the public, okay? Now, as an unimmunized sports person, he was subjected to several things. Mask wearing, testing. He did none of these things. He didn't give a shit about anybody he was coming in contact with. He didn't care about them, their health. He didn't. All he cared about was Aaron Rodgers. This is the problem in America. The I, me, mine, it's all about my personal desires, wants, needs. I actually don't live with any other people. I live in my own little fucking bubble. Well, you don't, actually. You don't live in your bubble. Other people pay the price for what you do. There are consequences for others besides you. so you understand that. Aaron Rodgers got treated by a homeopathic specialist to raise his antibodies against the COVID vaccine. He could provide no health assessment that proved that that happened, because that does not work that way, okay? I don't give a fuck what anyone's telling you. Nobody can give you stuff to take that will raise the particular antibodies against COVID that you need to raise. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's unscientific. It's blather, okay? It's misinformation. And no one told Aaron Rodgers that vaccinated people can't get it or can't spread it. What we do know is this: those who are vaccinated, if they get it again, don't end up in the hospital. We do know that 94% of the people who were hospitalized during the Delta variant push were unvaccinated people, and most of those people were passing it on to other unvaccinated people. In the general population, breakthrough cases are rare. They happen. There is no medication that is 100% proven 100% of the time. That is not a human possibility. That is not a scientific possibility. But your chances are better if you're vaccinated. Your chances of not ending up in the hospital with a severe case of COVID and potentially ending up on a respirator and dying are greatly reduced. The people who took up hospital rooms because they refused to get a vaccine, who then, who have great disdain, by the way, for the medical profession until they actually fucking need it to save their own sad, sorry motherfucking lives. Then you go in and clog up all the emergency rooms and take all the beds up, and then people coming in with heart attacks have to be diverted to other hospitals. I don't know about you, but it seems to me that shouldn't be the case. Alan West, the great former whatever the fuck he was in Congress, who was an anti-vaxxer, well, he got COVID and had to be hospitalized. Too bad, huh? I don't feel any, honest to God, sympathy for anti-vaxxers. I do not. We have nothing in common. I don't understand the position. I think it's based on outright lies. In fact, I know it's based on outright lies. And I'm tired of hearing from them. I'm tired of hearing about all of it. And I'm tired about people who lie. When people ask me if you're vaccinated and booster shot, why are you still wearing a mask at work? Because people like you lie. Because the people who come into my store that I know are Trump supporters, I know they're not vaccinated. And I don't want to be near them if they aren't vaccinated. That's the way I look at my life. I'm tired of hearing all of the bullshit out there that is unsubstantiated by medical advances or medical advice or medical information or studies. Masks are dangerous. Now we have people out there talking about masks and sex trafficking. We can't have just one fucking conspiracy theory. We're going to start marrying them together now. But just so you know, Aaron Rodgers also was diagnosed with COVID, so he didn't mind spreading that around as he lied to people, his teammates even. The news media he was interviewing with without masks on while he was spreading COVID around. He didn't give a damn. But he won't face a suspension, just a fine. So why should that surprise you? The NFL can't even suspend rapists and people who assault their significant others or their wives. They get to go out and play football every week like it's just old home week. Why should that surprise you? You know what? There are rules. When you play football, when you play basketball, when you play baseball, when you play whatever the fuck you want to play, you have rules that you have to adhere to. Aaron Rodgers didn't follow one of them. And he lied. He lied to his teammates. He lied to the public. And he's spreading misinformation. He's worried about his fertility. There are no studies that show any of these vaccines cause fertility problems. In fact, I know vaccinated people who are pregnant now. Spare me the bullshit. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of the whining. I'm tired of the social media parasites. I'm tired of all of them. I'm tired of people making excuses. You know, Aaron Rodgers is a smart guy, but he's still subject to, misinformation. Aaron Rodgers isn't a smart guy. He's a jughead. He's a self-absorbed jughead, which makes him even worse. Not only does he go out there and defend his own position and blame the woke culture for his, his status right now. He's blaming the woke culture because everyone's mad at him. The woke culture had nothing to do with it. Whatever the fuck he did that made everybody mad, he fucking did it. Nobody made him do it. When you have people that have a platform like that are spreading misinformation, that's where the danger comes in. And it's all over the internet, all over the internet. It doesn't matter where you go. There's more bullshit per square inch on the internet. I used to think the internet was a great advance. I actually look at it very differently now. I've been on social media since 2007. This is now 2021. I used to think that this was a great venue and would do so much good for people. But you know what? I don't look at it that way anymore. It's like everything else in life. It's a mixed bag. It's as good as the people on it. And when you have people out there like Joe Rogan, Aaron Rodgers and his homeopathy remedies for everything, the other idiot there, Russell Brand, trying to build his brand. That's what all these people are doing. All of these people are attention whores. They're all attention whores. And they need to keep their name in front of people. Let's take a look at Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato now, she's got 114 million subscribers. I think it's on Instagram. I'm not sure what platform it is. She's now the spokesperson for Gaia, promoting war with lizard people in the United States. Is everyone okay here? We don't have enough real problems here. We're going to keep concocting them. The lizard people that you're talking about are in your government. They're the 147 Republicans who voted to overturn the election. They're the people who incited white supremacists to storm the Capitol. Those are your lizard people. Don't look for them to look like lizards, but they are lizards. Wake up, people. Wake up. It was the GOP and Donald Trump who allowed COVID-19 to be in control in this country. There is absolutely no reason on God's green earth why there should be 750,000 people dead in the United States from this. More than died in the United States during the 1918 flu pandemic. 5 million people dead worldwide. I'm tired of hearing about the people dying with comorbidities. I'm tired of hearing about overcounting. If anything, these numbers have been undercounted. And I'm tired of hearing about oppression, lockdowns. We've not been locked down in this country like other countries have. We are not, okay? We have just opened the borders to all international travel again, proving once again that once you get past the crisis, you can lift whatever band you had. But none of this is going to change until enough people are vaccinated. There will be another swarm, no matter how you look at it. And you will be living with COVID for a very long time. It is going to become an endemic virus in this country, just like the flu. You know what the difference is? People got the flu shot. Science evolved after the pandemic started. Treatments became available. People took advantage of them, and the flu became manageable. Does it still kill people? Yes, it does. Most diseases will kill people at some point, but not to the tune of 750,000 people a year. Okay? You don't see those numbers with the flu today. We are now moving into another year of COVID. And until people get vaccinated in enough numbers, this will continue to mutate. And this disease will not go away. Now, let me just say one thing in closing. And I know no one wants to hear this because I've said it before, but I'm going to fucking say it again. All through my kids' education, all through their educational process from the time they were in fucking daycare to the time they graduated as seniors in high school, I, as a parent, took them to every single pediatrician appointment. Before every school year, my kids were required to get physicals. Part of that physical was I got paperwork on both of them that showed their vaccination status. It's called public health. You don't have a constitutional right to spread your germs to other people. I don't know where people are getting that constitutional right bullshit. You want the freedom to not get a vaccine, but you are the same people who want to tell women when they can and cannot get abortions, when they can or cannot change their gender identity. You want your freedom because it's convenient for you. You don't want other people to have the same freedom for things that actually aren't communicable diseases. How's that? How about you stay the fuck out of other people's business? The problem with you doing what you do is you walk around with COVID unvaccinated. You walk into a store, you send your kid to school. You spread that shit around. If I decide next week I'm going to have an abortion, no one's going to catch anything. And if my child decides she's transgender, she's not hurting anyone else. That's not spreading. Grow up. Wake up. The people out there that are anti-vaxxers, they can't prove a fucking thing they're saying because there is no proof. And by the way, the people who are telling you that the antibody immunity from getting COVID is better protection than getting the vaccine, that's also a lie. There are studies all over the place now. I'll put them in here just so you can read them. Or not, because, we don't want to upset your little, what do we say? We don't want to upset your little dream world. I'm signing off now. Remember, ignorance is bliss, but you'll live longer if you're informed. I'll talk to you later.